Let's start with a game that redefines the concept of exploration in open worlds. Imagine a place where every mountain, forest, or river seems to have been carefully designed to surprise you. This is the universe of the legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, a title that places you in a vast kingdom full of secrets to discover. Freedom is the soul of the game. You can climb nearly any surface, plan creative strategies to defeat enemies, and even break the laws of physics with your abilities. The gameplay is as fluid as it is challenging, with a combat system that rewards intelligence and preparation. The environments are stunning, ranging from sunny plains to snow-covered mountains, each with its own atmosphere and mysteries. The graphics have an artistic charm that blends perfectly with the tone of the game. And let's not forget the details: the wind rustling through the trees, the fire spreading across dry grass, and even the way rain affects your climbs. All of this creates a world that feels alive. Every corner of the map hides a puzzle, a trap, or a reward, and the way you interact with the environment is limited only by your imagination. It's one of those rare games that manages to be both challenging and relaxing, offering hours of fun and surprises. If you haven't had the chance to play yet, you're missing a masterpiece that set a new standard for open worlds. Now, let's talk about a game that doesn't need an introduction, but has received a new makeover to shine even brighter. The Last of Us Remake takes an already established classic and elevates it to a new technical level. The story, which was already powerful, gains even more impact with rebuilt graphics, refined animations, and a level of detail that makes the world feel more alive than ever. The relationship between the protagonists, marked by pain, hope, and redemption, continues to be the heart of the experience, but now with facial expressions so realistic that each glance and gesture carry even greater emotional weight. The gameplay has also received significant adjustments, bringing a fluidity that comes close to the sequel. Smoother movements and smarter enemy AI make every encounter with infected or humans a tense and unpredictable experience. Stealth, always a strong point of the series, takes on new dimensions with more detailed and interactive environments, where every decision could mean the difference between life and death. Despite all the improvements, the essence that won over fans in 2013 remains intact. The emotional narrative, complex characters, and a devastated world continue to be the pillars that support this masterpiece. If you've never played the original, this is the definitive version to lose yourself in this journey. And if you already know the story, prepare to relive it with more intensity. A game that, even revisited, remains a must-play experience. Next, we have a game that is pure magic in the form of a platformer. Super Mario Odyssey is a celebration of everything that makes the most famous mustached plumber in gaming so special. This time, Mario embarks on a journey full of unique kingdoms, each brimming with secrets and challenges. The thrill of exploring these places is so addictive that it's hard to stop playing. The gameplay is a show in itself. With the help of a new companion in the form of a hat, Mario gains incredible abilities, like possessing enemies and objects to solve puzzles and overcome obstacles. This mechanic adds an extra layer of creativity, allowing for different ways to progress through the environments. Each world is a work of art, full of details and personality. Nintendo truly outdid itself in creating these environments, which are as fun to explore as they are challenging. And we can't forget the moons, the heart of the game. They're scattered everywhere, hidden in puzzles, challenges, or simply waiting to be discovered. The feeling of finding a moon after solving a complex puzzle or exploring a secret corner is simply rewarding. If you haven't played yet, you're missing one of the best adventures ever created. In fourth place on our list, we have a space RPG that completely redefined the genre with its cinematic narrative and impactful decisions. Mass Effect 2 takes everything the first game did and perfects it at an absurd level, delivering a tense and immersive journey. The main mission revolves around recruiting a team of specialists for a suicide mission, but the true brilliance lies in the moments between battles, in the conversations, the moral dilemmas, and the building of bonds with each crew member. The fate of each one depends on your choices, and the tension grows as the game progresses, culminating in one of the most memorable endings ever created. The combat has been completely revamped, replacing the more rigid system of the first game with much smoother third-person shooting gameplay. Each character has unique abilities, and how you combine the team's powers completely changes the approach to battles. The mission structure also stands out, varying between stealth invasions, space battles, and even investigations. Another detail that makes all the difference is the elimination of the complex inventory management, making progression quicker and more focused on action and narrative. The visuals received an impressive remaster, with high-definition textures and refined lighting that increase immersion. The futuristic cities, alien planets, and the ship's interiors are rich in detail, making each location unique and memorable. But the real highlight is the characters, with expressive animations and voice acting that give weight to every dialogue. The relationship with the crew evolves naturally throughout the campaign, and each mission strengthens the bonds between squad members. Every choice made throughout the journey determines the fate of the characters. Next, we have a game that redefined the concept of open world by combining free exploration with brutal challenges and a universe full of mysteries. Elden Ring takes From Software's proven formula and expands it to a monumental scale, offering a vast and interconnected territory that rewards every step off the beaten path. Each ruin hides secrets, each detour can lead to a new epic battle, and every victory brings a genuine sense of accomplishment. The game doesn't just tell you a story. It throws you into the unknown and challenges you to piece together the narrative puzzle on your own. The combat keeps the essence of the studio's previous titles, but adds new mechanics that expand the ways you can approach the game. The mount offers mobility in open fields and allows you to face enemies in unprecedented ways, while the Ashes of War let you customize weapons with unique abilities. Magic, summons, and stealth become valuable tools for dealing with a hostile world, but nothing replaces learning the attack patterns of enemies. The bosses are among the most challenging ever created by the studio, testing patience, strategy, and mastery of the combat system. The art direction makes each region look like it came straight out of a dream or a nightmare. Stunning landscapes blend with colossal buildings and grotesque creatures, creating a visual contrast that keeps the sense of discovery alive. The map design encourages exploration without excessive markers or arrows guiding the way. The true guide is curiosity and the courage to venture into unknown places, knowing that each new journey could reveal something grand, or an enemy ready to end it all in seconds. In sixth place, we have a game that takes everything we know about RPGs and turns every expectation into something new and surprising. Undertale starts as a simple tale of a human lost in a monster world, but soon reveals itself as a journey full of humor, emotion, and choices that truly matter. Each encounter can be resolved peacefully or with direct combat, and this freedom completely changes the game's dynamic. Even a simple act can turn a battle upside down, showing that every decision carries weight and unexpected consequences. The way the story adapts to your actions is something few games manage to replicate with such impact. If you choose to spare enemies, you'll see a more welcoming world, where characters react to your actions and remember what happened. Choosing the opposite path brings a much darker tone, and even the dialogues change to reflect your choices. But the most impressive part is how the game plays with the very logic of video games, breaking the fourth wall in clever ways and challenging the player's perception of control over the story. The graphics may seem simple at first glance, but every visual and sound detail builds a unique identity. The memorable soundtracks give weight to every moment, while small secrets and interactions scattered across the world encourage exploration. The sharp writing balances jokes and emotional moments with impressive naturalness, making every part memorable. More than an RPG, Undertale creates a genuine connection with the player, leading to questions that go far beyond the screen. In seventh place, we have a game that combines challenge and delicacy in a unique way. Ori and the Blind Forest may seem like a visually enchanting tale, but behind the stunning art and emotional soundtrack lies one of the most demanding and well-crafted platformers in recent times. The story unfolds with a melancholic tone, reinforcing the feeling that this journey is much bigger than simply traversing beautiful landscapes. The game follows the formula of great Metroidvanias, where new abilities unlock previously inaccessible areas and reward exploration with secrets and upgrades. Over time, movement becomes a natural extension of the controls, allowing for incredible sequences of jumps, dashes, and dodges through challenging environments. But the true test of skill comes in the most intense moments, such as desperate chases that require absolute precision, leaving no room for error. The sense of relief after overcoming them is as strong as the tension in each failed attempt. The setting brings to life a forest full of identity, with distinct areas that become unforgettable as the journey progresses. The absence of automatic save points adds a constant sense of risk, forcing the player to carefully decide when and where to create their own checkpoint. Combat, though varied, keeps Ori always vulnerable, emphasizing that agility and mastery of the controls are more important than simply attacking without thought. Every detail of the game works in harmony to deliver a challenging yet captivating experience. In 8th place, we have a game that defies any attempt at classification, blending genres and styles in a way that few have succeeded before. Nier Automata moves between hack and slash, RPG, shoot 'em up, and even interactive fiction, creating an experience that is always reinventing itself. The post-apocalyptic setting is as melancholic as it is fascinating, with ruined cities overtaken by nature and a horizon filled with imposing structures. In the midst of this, androids fight a war that may no longer even make sense, and it's up to the player to uncover the true meaning of this battle. The combat delivers an impressive fluidity, allowing you to seamlessly switch between light and heavy attacks, while precise dodges and aerial dashes maintain the fast-paced rhythm. Gigantic weapons spin through the air as if they were light, and the fight animations feel like insane choreographies that make every encounter visually stunning. But the action isn't limited to frantic duels. The game constantly changes perspective, turning into chaotic bullet hells or even platforming segments. This variation keeps everything unpredictable, and even after hours of play, there's always something unexpected lurking. The soundtrack elevates every moment, with grand choral arrangements and emotional melodies that make the journey even more immersive. The story, on the other hand, plays with absurdity and existentialism, raising questions about consciousness, identity, and purpose. The way events unfold may seem confusing at first, but the different endings reveal layers that only make sense over time. Amid all the stylized chaos, there are moments of silence and contemplation, where you can simply watch the world crumbling around you and wonder if it really matters. In 9th place, we have a game that delivers exactly what open-world fans have always wanted: a samurai journey filled with intense combat and breathtaking landscapes. Ghost of Tsushima takes you to an island ravaged by the Mongol invasion, where the protagonist's honor clashes with the need to save his people. The setting is a spectacle, with golden fields swaying in the wind, dense forests, and hidden temples that hold challenges. Without excessive on-screen markers, the environment itself guides each discovery. The combat shines with a stance system that requires constant adaptation. Every enemy has a weak point, and switching stances at the right moment could be key to victory. Duels are brutal, finished with precise cuts worthy of a samurai film. The stealth mode offers useful tools, but the AI of enemies doesn't always respond well, making this approach less immersive. Exploration maintains a natural and rewarding pace, encouraging you to follow signs like columns of smoke and gusts of wind. Well-written side missions deepen the stories of important allies, while legendary quests grant powerful new abilities. The world never feels empty or repetitive, always offering something extra for those who venture off the beaten path. Every detail, from the animations to the atmospheric touches, contributes to capturing the essence of a samurai legend. In 10th place, we have a game that turns the apocalypse into a massive open field for intense action. Days Gone puts you in the shoes of a lone motorcyclist, riding across desolate roads and dense forests while facing unpredictable threats. The feeling of freedom is constant, with a dynamic world where the weather changes and the night brings new dangers. Your bike is more than just a means of transport, requiring constant maintenance and upgrades. Every trip becomes a unique journey, filled with unexpected encounters and challenges that test your instincts. Combat offers multiple options, from stealth attacks to frantic battles against relentless hordes. Firearms provide precision, but it's in close combat that the brutality truly stands out. The crafting system adds strategy, allowing you to create improvised weapons and essential supplies. Each encounter demands planning, smart use of the environment, and quick reflexes to survive. Facing a horde becomes a tense spectacle, where every shot and every move makes a difference. The setting blends forgotten roads, ruined cities, and survivor camps, always offering something new to discover. The missions balance action, exploration, and mystery, revealing more about the characters and the collapse of civilization secrets. The world is always ready to challenge you, with ambushes, chases, and moments of pure adrenaline. Days Gone delivers an intense journey, where every kilometer traveled shapes your gameplay in a unique and immersive way. In 11th place, we have a game that makes choices truly meaningful. Detroit Become Human follows three androids on intertwined journeys, where each decision alters the course of the story. Interactions build relationships that can lead to alliances, sacrifices, or irreversible tragedies. The narrative constantly adapts, making each playthrough unique and full of surprises. The realistic graphics and detailed expressions further enhance immersion. The choice system is the standout, offering multiple paths for each situation. Some decisions may seem small, but they directly influence future events. Each chapter reveals new possibilities, encouraging replays to uncover different outcomes. The flowchart mechanic allows you to visualize the paths taken and those still to explore. This makes the gameplay dynamic and full of unexpected variations. The setting presents a futuristic Detroit marked by technological advancements and social tensions. The contrast between cutting-edge technology and prejudice against androids creates a rich and intriguing backdrop. Small details like advertisements and NPC interactions reinforce this atmosphere. The game balances action, investigation, and emotional drama in an engaging way. It doesn't just tell a story, but gives you full control over what happens or doesn't. In 12th place, Final Fantasy VII Remake transforms a classic RPG into a modern, dynamic adventure. The combination of intense action and strategic elements creates an engaging combat system full of possibilities. Every move is fluid and visually striking, delivering memorable battles from start to finish. The detailed environment and iconic soundtrack elevate the immersion, bringing a vibrant and lively world to life. The journey unfolds with depth, exploring relationships and motivations in a captivating way. Each moment is charged with emotion, with twists that expand the impact of the narrative. The richness of the settings and attention to detail create an authentic feeling, making every discovery significant. The progression maintains a compelling pace, alternating between action-packed moments and more contemplative sections. Customization is one of the game's major highlights, allowing for strategic adjustments to fit your playstyle. The enhancement of skills and intelligent resource use make every battle unique, encouraging different approaches. The variety of challenges keeps the journey stimulating, with intense confrontations and well-balanced mechanics. All of this combines to deliver a grand reimagining of a classic, respecting its essence while expanding its possibilities. Next up, we have Resident Evil 2 Remake, which brings a survival horror classic back to life with an impressive reconstruction. The dark atmosphere and modern visuals create an immersive setting, where every dark corridor hides unexpected threats. The tension is heightened by realistic lighting and impeccable sound, making each step terrifying. The enemies are terrifyingly detailed, reacting convincingly to attacks and reinforcing the constant sense of danger. The progression challenges you with cleverly designed puzzles and intelligent level design, encouraging strategic exploration. The balance between limited resources and constant threats keeps the tension high, making each decision crucial. The journey unfolds in iconic locations, seamlessly connected and enriched with secrets that reward attention to detail. The gameplay dynamic blends action and suspense just right, ensuring moments of pure adrenaline. Combat is impactful, with weapons that feel weighty and precise, requiring strategy to face enemies. The variety of challenges and encounters maintains the pace, offering memorable battles. Immersion is strengthened by detailed animations and realistic expressions, bringing life to the terror. The reimagining stays true to the original while modernizing the gameplay in exceptional ways. In 14th place, we have Metro Exodus. The journey follows a group of survivors searching for a new home after years underground. Each region brings distinct biomes and unique challenges, reinforcing the sense of a devastated world. The dynamic weather and day-night cycle influence gameplay, making every expedition unpredictable. Small environmental details, like signs of destruction and character interactions, deepen immersion. Combat maintains the series' tense style, prioritizing stealth and resource management. Every bullet counts, and enemies react to the environment, making confrontation strategic. Lethal mutants and hostile human factions require constant adaptation, while weapons can be modified for different approaches. Exploration offers freedom without losing the claustrophobic feeling, with open areas interspersed with narrow, dark corridors. Interactions on the train, which serves as the base, provide moments of relief between missions. Decisions made throughout the journey affect the characters and the story's outcome. The sound design creates an oppressive atmosphere, with subtle noises and distant voices increasing the tension. Metro Exodus expands the series' universe without losing its survival and horror essence, offering an immersive experience from start to finish. Next up, we have Astro Bot, a true love letter to PlayStation fans. Every level overflows with nostalgia, packed with references and appearances from iconic characters in the console's history. From small Easter eggs to entire stages inspired by classics, it's a game that celebrates decades of innovation with a smile. The adventure begins with a mission to rebuild a spaceship and rescue lost crew members, but quickly transforms into a magical journey through a universe filled with surprises. The gameplay reflects this celebratory spirit, featuring creative mechanics that make brilliant use of the DualSense controller. Each world introduces a new ability, from elastic gloves for swinging to a rat suit that allows exploration of giant environments. Encountering iconic characters like a certain bearded Spartan or an adventurous Lombax adds not only humor, but also strengthens the sense of belonging to this vast shared universe. It's a game that honors PlayStation's past while building something new and exciting. Even after the main campaign, there's much to explore, with secret levels and collectibles that unlock even more tributes to the classics. The central hub grows as you progress, becoming a true interactive museum filled with memories and special moments. Astro Bot is not only one of the best platformers in recent years, but also an emotional celebration of PlayStation's history, made for those who grew up with its games and for newcomers alike. In 16th place, we have the Dead Space remake, a reinvention that honors the 2008 classic while enhancing every detail. The journey becomes even more intense with stunning graphics, atmospheric lighting, and a level of immersion that turns every corridor into a true nightmare. The combat remains strategic, requiring every shot to be precise in dismembering the grotesque necromorphs, now with an even more detailed body destruction system. The spaceship is not just a setting, but a living, interconnected character, full of secrets to be uncovered. New paths and mechanics offer more freedom, with side missions that expand the story and add depth to the protagonist. Isaac Clarke, now voiced, becomes more human and engaging, adding layers to his desperate fight for survival. The remake not only modernizes the experience but redefines it, removing less impactful moments from the original and enhancing the memorable ones. The result is a space horror that retains its terrifying essence, now more fluid, cinematic, and refined, solidifying Dead Space as one of the best remakes ever made. In 17th place, we have Space Marine 2. The sequel to the classic third-person shooter returns with all the brutality and frantic action that defined the first game. You take on the role of an unstoppable warrior, battling hordes of alien enemies in intense fights. Combat combines powerful gunfire with devastating melee attacks, allowing you to eliminate foes with brutal executions and an arsenal of iconic weapons from the Warhammer 40k universe. Each encounter reinforces the feeling of absolute power, while the grandiose environments and destruction around you make the confrontations even more cinematic. The campaign places you in the middle of a total war, traveling through devastated planets while protecting humanity against an unrelenting alien threat. The battles are massive, with explosions everywhere, soldiers facing swarms of enemies, and a true visual spectacle. There is a cooperative mode where friends can team up to face challenging missions, further exploring the strategic combat and teamwork mechanics. With impressive graphics and powerful sound design, the experience becomes visceral and immersive. The war atmosphere is reinforced by the weight of the armor, the impacts of attacks, and the grandeur of the environments. Whether facing enemies in frantic melee battles or firing heavy weaponry at colossal threats, this is a game that perfectly captures the brutal and epic spirit of the Warhammer 40k universe. In 18th place, we have Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. The game returns in a new version, featuring stunning visuals and even more dynamic combat. The gameplay remains the highlight, with fast-paced and challenging battles that demand precision and strategy. Every encounter tests your reflexes, requiring well-timed dodges and carefully calculated attacks to efficiently take down enemies. The intensity of the fights keeps the adrenaline high from start to finish, rewarding aggression without losing the need for control and technique. The story follows a warrior facing dark forces in a journey filled with challenges. Along the way, you'll encounter relentless foes, unexpected ambushes, and battles against colossal creatures. Each environment presents new obstacles and hidden secrets, encouraging exploration between fights. The progression unlocks new abilities and strategic possibilities, ensuring that every moment of action feels unique and engaging. The upgraded graphics bring a new level of immersion, with detailed environments and visual effects that enhance the impact of combat. Fluid animations make movements feel more natural and realistic, while an intense soundtrack complements the atmosphere of tension and action. With extra modes and additional challenges, this version reaffirms the game as one of the greatest in the genre, delivering an electrifying and demanding experience for those seeking top-tier action. In 19th place, A Plague Tale takes you on an intense journey through the horrors of the Black Plague. The world is in chaos, with devastated cities, scattered corpses, and rats forming living waves of destruction. At the heart of it all, the bond between two siblings grows stronger as they face ruthless soldiers and find unexpected allies. Every location carries a heavy atmosphere, blending history and fantasy in a way that keeps you hooked from start to finish. Stealth is the only way forward, requiring careful observation to avoid enemies and use the environment to your advantage. Creating distractions, finding openings, and relying on alchemy are essential for survival. The path is guided, and many solutions are clear, but that doesn't take away from the tension of each encounter. There's always that lingering doubt. Move cautiously or risk everything. The constant sense of danger keeps everything engaging, making every decision feel critical. The rats are a living, unpredictable, and overwhelming threat. Mastering light and finding ways to control them becomes a matter of survival. As the journey unfolds, new ways to overcome obstacles emerge, making each challenge even more intriguing. What could have been just a simple escape game turns into a life-or-death puzzle, where every moment demands adaptation and intelligence. And let me know which of these games you've had a chance to play and what you thought of them. Also, share in the comments any game that could have easily made the list but ended up missing out. If you can, please subscribe to the channel to help me grow and never again be unsure of what to play. I'm leaving a video on the card with the best games still to come out this year. Just click to watch. Big hug, happy gaming, and see you tomorrow.